in this very blessed Jummah day. 2 weeks more, we'll be celebrating the Rajab. We're asking our Shaykh Sahibul Saif to send us something that is going to help us, to benefit us, to make our faith and understanding to increase, and to make our disobedience and our nafs to be more under our feet. This is our hope, this is our wish, this must be our prayer, and this must be our intention every single day when we're getting up. Not to get up like a robot, not to get up and to worship like a robot, but to come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with a sincere heart to ask. What are we asking? So many, they're coming to prayers, they don't know what to ask. They're making a dua, they don't know what to ask. Either the dua is just something that they put a formula, they ask the same thing, or whatever that they're asking in the dua, they didn't think it properly. And you're not understanding what you're asking. We have to get up and we have to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every day to make us to become better servants and to watch for the day. When the day is passing, what are the opportunities that can make us to become better servants? And to look out for all the other kinds of pitfalls, traps that can make us to become disobedient servants. This is called awareness. Don't give me so much BS about principles of Naqshbandi order, awareness of this, awareness of that, awareness of time, awareness of breath. The sheikhs, they're not even entering into that. We should not. If you are aware of what you did last night, if you're aware of what you had for dinner last night, that is marifat enough in these days. Because man has become more and more heedless, more and more headless, and more ungrateful. Because how can a man that is grateful be heedless? It's impossible. Because he's always counting the blessings of his Lord. The man who is in shukr, he's always counting the blessings of his Lord. And whatever difficulty that lies in front of him, he is looking at it. This is a chance for a shukr to come through a different way. This is a chance for the blessings to come through a different way. This is a chance for him to serve Allah in Allah's way, in a different way. He's not going to look at something in front of him that doesn't look so good, a setback, as something that is negative. He's not going to. Because he's always awake and he is aware. And he wakes up with the intention of becoming a better servant. And is looking for those chances and opportunities to become a better one. And is looking for the tricks and the traps of his ego and shaitan that stops him from being a better one. Now that one, he is awake and he is aware. And if you are aware, it would be very difficult for your nafs or for the shaitan to trick you. Definitely, if something happens to you, you're not going to blame shaitan too. You're going to blame yourself because you say, why I didn't think of this? Why I didn't do this? Me. Not others, not shaitan, not black magic. You're going to ask, first you're going to blame yourself. This happened. You're checking, you're looking, and you're saying, where is my fault in this? And where was the point where the road started to split? That I made a good decision and that decision started to split now, and I decide to go with a decision that is a wrong kind of decision, leading to wrong actions. Where is that? You start to go back, you start to think, and you find the point, and you say, that is the point, and the fault is from me. That time, you say astaghfirullah with full knowledge, not just being a robot by saying astaghfirullah. And you will not be tricked through that road again, because you walk through that road and you are counting and you are thinking where that road led you and what is the terrain of that road. You will never be tricked by that same point again. Your intelligence is going to increase. Your awareness will increase. Your faith will increase because the believer is aware, because the believer looks with the nur of Allah. The believer is not going to blame no one but himself. And the believer, if he blames himself, he's not going to be stuck with self-pity. You understand? Me. You start hitting yourself, beating yourself. What are you doing? Matam? What are you doing? You're punishing yourself? Don't be so theatrical. Because it's easy to cry, it is more difficult to do something. It is easy to say, no, I blame myself. It is more difficult to get up and to move. Because you sit and you cry, you're hoping people is going to be sympathetic to you, to have sympathy with you. That way your ego escapes too. And people are just going to say, oh, my baby, don't cry. It's okay. It's not so bad. You say, really? I said, yeah, okay. So you learn nothing again. Alhamdulillah. The khutbah is saying what? To be grateful. And the way to show the gratitude is to do what? To serve. To serve. And if you are in consultation with your Shaykh, then you will know how to serve. The service also is not just according to you and your own head. The service that you are going to do in consultation with that one who is in authority, he's not going to waste your time or your effort or your intelligence or whatever it is that you have, and he will put it to good use. Maybe what you have, to you, it means nothing. But because you don't have that vision from a very wide perspective, you think it is nothing, but in reality it is something that is very great. It is something that is very important and very valuable in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, inshallah, we have to learn how to become grateful. Everything that we are going to learn, we have to learn from the right ones. You want to learn how to be grateful, learn from the right ones. Learn from the Salihin how to be grateful. Don't try to be grateful according to your own head too. You want to learn how to become sincere. Learn how to become sincere with the sincere ones. Don't learn how to become sincere through the hypocrites. Don't learn how to become sincere through show, through just pretension and hypocrisy. We have our Shaykh that is in front of us. We take it from him, inshallah. That is enough for us. So when something hits you that you don't like, for a believer, first he must know it is coming from Allah. And the believer is not going to blame Allah. And the believer will know and believe that there is a higher in it. There is a good in that. He tried to find within himself to fix the situation. He cannot. Then run to those as advice from those who can help. But when you run to them, you have to follow them. You have to obey. You cannot now go to a doctor and the doctor is giving you some medicine and saying that you have to take this medicine. Later you have to go for this kind of surgery and you have to take this other kind of medicine. And you say, I like this part, I don't like this part. I like the medicine, I don't want to take the surgery. You have to take the medicine completely. If you start chopping it up, going according to your own head, that medicine, instead of helping you, is going to cause you more harm. So when you follow someone, it's good to be more obedient and to follow everything, inshallah. We are following our Shaykh, alhamdulillah. inshallah, may it be accepted, and our service too, that is going to be accepted. Understand, even when we serve, we have to know what is our service. What is it that we are doing? Then we have to ask ourselves, and we have to believe, we are not irreplaceable. We are not indispensable. If Allah does not need us, we need Him. And if we cannot carry the responsibility that we're supposed to carry, and everyone around us, you have a responsibility. Some, you are looking and you found it, you're working. Some not even looking. Some just being ghaflat. Some being disobedient, some being stubborn. But the service now, the service that you're putting in, if you decide one day, I don't want to do this anymore, Allah can easily replace you with someone that is much better. Allah can easily replace me with someone much better. So everything that is in front of us, once again, it is very valuable. Our time is very valuable. Our breath is very, very valuable. Our thinking is very valuable. Don't waste time in Malayani, things that do not benefit you. Amin Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum.